Patrick. I want you to talk to Mike Fagg in a second.
All right, so it should be. We should.
Nothing.
Okay. Well, let me just. It's kind of yellow, huh?
I did talk to Andrew today because I gave him a client to, work with.
So,
Just not.
we are
We're
we're gonna start the meeting in like 20 minutes. To be fair. Yeah, we're back. God, thank you, Kristen, Elizabeth, for joining us. Does the audio sound like a lot better? We're still trying to figure this out here.
Hi there.
How does it? Oh, you're not.
I'm with Pat. We're trying to figure something out, but that's so funny. Dude, that's so funny. No, I meant just stay. I can't even hear you that well.
Oh, okay, cool, guys. So let me just make this a little bit brighter.
Live right now. I want
Can you get
get what?
sit here?
Yeah. Okay, hello.
I mean, just.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah. Hold on one second. I'm talking to the microphone.
You don't need to.
I don't. What?
Why are you asking? Just keep talking to him.
Oh, okay. Hi.
That way you can hear.
Look, it's Mike Fagg.
Oh, bro, what up?
Dude, how are you?
Why
He's
doesn't he just come over?
well, he should, but he's gonna be our nutritionist. So you're
Come
gonna.
over right now.
What are you doing right now?
How much?
You want to come over?
Sure, why not?
Fuck yeah! I'll send you the address.
That's just how we do.
That's how we do shit here.
I don't really know what.
All right. Oh, I'm excited. Okay.
Cool.
Okay, I'll send you the address.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, bye.
But I mean,
Fuck yeah.
You should tell him what we're gonna do.
It doesn't. He's just gonna come over.
I mean, if he's not down to be a part of all.
Okay,
this,
hold on.
then we're not gonna want him here anyway.
No, but
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, tell him not to come.
So how does that look?
Oh.
Does that look good?
Yeah.
Floor, warm white. Or you know what?
I forgot to explain to you what we're doing here. So we do this meeting. It's like an hour long. It's really cool. It's a bunch of cool people that come sit around in a circle and we talk about the Sermon on the Mount. We read out of the book
Come this way a little.
and then we just talk about the paragraph that we read.
More in.
Cool.
It's a spiritual group.
Sounds good.
Okay, cool.
Awesome.
Okay.
It's gonna. What time is the meeting? Because I don't want to interrupt. It's gonna take me.
Don't worry, just come.
Just come. Take your
All right,
time.
send me the address.
Okay, bye.
All right.
Bye.
I just want to make sure looks like the color looks good. How does the color look?
What did you do? You just changed it, correct?
Well, no, it looks yellow. See
Yeah.
how it looks yellow?
No.
I think it might just be about to look a little better in a second. See? You gotta watch it,
Change, yeah.
You gotta watch it. That looks better, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what I need someone to do is to go, but I need you to go in the other room.
Okay, but I still do not
That's
see.
because you need to refresh.
Okay.
Something's
okay,
not.
Okay.
Just go in the other room and so you're looking at something different.
What do you mean? It says you're live.
Yeah, but no. Oh, whoa. Wait, why isn't it live? Waiting? Can you just try to connect to the internet or refresh?
Yeah,
Because it's live. Because we are live. I'm looking at it right now.
Okay, hold on.
I mean, how does it sound, people? So
Okay,
does it?
I see it's live. Okay.
Okay, cool. So I'm just curious how it sounds, because.
Okay, cool. Audio sounds good.
Yeah,
The lighting
so,
is
I mean,
good.
I think my thing is I can't hear how it sounds. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so can you guys?
We can't hear what they're hearing.
No, okay, so can you guys just talk to each other, and I'll go in the other room?
Yes.
And so Billy, meeting time in like, I don't know, 10 minutes. And if we're late, if anyone's late, there's
7:10.
going to be some consequences.
Yeah.
Serious
Yeah.
consequences.
And moving forward, we're gonna need collateral. That's when you watch the Vow, you'll understand. Whoa. Dude, you're gonna fucking.
No, we should
God, dude. Oh, dude, it's sickening. Yeah. So, I'm gonna need collateral.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. But even these chairs need to be scooted up.
No, I think we're okay.
This guy.
No, you don't think we're good?
Who? What are you, an owl? What are you, an owl?
Who? Andrew. I mean, I know him from Gus. You know? What do you mean? Oh God, you're so funny, dude. I know. No, I have a resentment. I have to like address it with him. What's going on? Oh, I can hear everything.
Yeah.
We have been talking.
Yeah,
to
so we're
each
talking
other.
about resentments.
Resentments. Danielle has some resentments against Gus.
We're I thought this was an anonymous program.
No, it is an anonymous program. I mean, I guess not. I'm open about it because like I'm going to address it with him. So.
Damn.
Yeah.
Is it gonna be filmed? Like the other thing that you never showed me?
Oh my God, that's so funny, dude.
Which part?
The 5-minute thing that I have on Pat that I like confronted him.
I want to see that. How did that go? I actually want to talk to Pat about
It's
that
actually
too.
really funny.
How we doing, Pat? Where's him? So you know him from Gus?
Yeah, because from you know him. We know him the same way from this meeting.
Okay, so Gus invited him here.
Yes, they went to rehab together. Yeah.
No, I just went and met with him. I'm like, dude, I'm down. I don't know what he's doing, or I was like, I'm down. Let me help.
Okay, cool.
Hello.
I love that.
Oh man, why don't you put those?
You in that radio voice.
Why don't you put those headphones on and check out what you hear? Hey, Danielle. Where's your headphones?
What time's the meeting at? 7?
Why don't you stop talking and put your headphones on? I'd like to thank everybody for coming out tonight.
You're insane, bro.
I'm insane. But hey, hi, how you doing? Mikey Martin here. How you doing, everybody? Good. So tonight, we are going to be broadcasting live from the Ridge residence, the Radical Ridge residence. Tell me if you like my voice, because I love my voice.
You're fucking nuts.
Thank you for listening to Learning to Lose Radio with Danielle
Napus.
Oh, so we looking good, sounding good.
So
Like it sounds so much better. Here, watch that carpet.
Wash it? I'll
Just
yes,
watch
sir.
it.
You want me to do your laundry too?
Okay, we're gonna be doing this once again. Sermon on the Mount meeting.
Wow.
Meeting for a way of life. You want to be happy and not want to kill yourself. Live with humility and principles and be of service. And are you still filming me?
yeah. Oh.
Hey, watch that carpet. Watch that carpet,
Hold on, let
bud.
me grab it. That's how you can be of service. You know, it's like
Oh, look who it is! Yay! Dude, that was the cutest fucking thing ever. She sent me the cutest TikTok or Instagram. TikTok.
talk, bro.
Bro, why did you take off your headphones?
In the fucking room. Look, the quality.
Look, I'm talking to the people directly.
Look, you guys are basically a part of something. All 15 people that are in this room,
Yeah.
you guys are a part of something like at the ground level. Like this is the very beginning. You know?
Yeah, I do know.
Yes,
is the
so
beginning.
this is the beginning, guys.
Listen to how good this sounds. All 15 people that are in this room, you guys are a part of something like
Yeah, it's amazing.
it's great.
Wait till you get my voice on there.
I'm gonna make it even.
I'd like to thank everybody for coming out tonight.
We're about to
You're so crazy.
Why am I crazy? Hey, you give me a microphone with headphones and I hear myself, I go crazy.
Keep going.
I love the sound of my voice.
Oh my gosh.
So I want all 50. Hey, Pat, keep it down.
Okay, so just so everyone knows, meeting time is 7:30. So, you know, official meeting time is 7:30. But Danielle and Mikey are very, they're just sort of buried in their phones.
Just like you are.
I was
Yeah,
just,
but what am I? But I'm like, I'm.
I was just trying
So
to get
is
more
that?
people
How
in
does
here.
that look?
Looks great. Danielle needs to scoot up, but we need to be.
Yeah, like you're blocking me. Like I'm just trying to figure out how we can get it, like better, because like you're.
She needs.
Well, she will.
I'm looking at the YouTube now.
Yeah.
So let me see.
So I think maybe like I actually should be like this, even almost. But you're like.
Maybe even more.
Well, no. What you need to do is you need to just pull your mic.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what else you could do? Which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
You want to sit here? You got the blue hair.
it's like kind of crazy. But like, is that? I don't. I mean, this is just kind of like where I sit.
Yeah, good. I should
So-
sit there. Billy sits here.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but yeah, but see, this is why I want to do this because you're not. I'm really sorry, guys. We're just.
Why are you sorry?
Yeah, dude, they love this.
Yeah,
You guys
they're in
love
here, but
this.
the meeting doesn't start until 7:30.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're just chilling, guys.
We're-
I wrote that it starts at
7:30.
7 on the thing.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, so Billy just has these boxes.
Yeah, I'm gonna help him move all those.
Where are they going
So
to?
I guess what we need to do is just like that, really. That's just
I
kind
really want like ice cream or something. There I go again.
I want ice cream.
So what are we
Oh my
gonna
goodness,
do about
I'm a dirty girl and I want ice cream.
when you want
story, I'll tell you
to
later.
eat something, because I feel like that too. Like at night, like last night, I just kind of had this sudden urge to. Veronica, can you come sit and talk to us for 5 minutes?
So-
because if you come in here and bless us with your presence, it will be a really good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and they're
people will
asking
love it.
about her too.
They
They're
are.
asking about you right now.
That's right, Veronica.
Veronica, we have.
Oh, look
Like,
at her.
do you want to see what we're doing right now? It's really exciting.
Yeah, but they also want to see you on the couch.
Yeah. Get on the couch.
And you should grab your headphones because I got a great radio voice.
Oh.
Sounds really good because
What?
Oh, I have to invite. I'm inviting Noelle.
Noel, Noel, no, no, Noel.
it's really difficult for me to get this to work right. But look at this. We have
Who am I texting right now? Oh, Noelle.
yeah, see, that's the thing is you can't do this on TikTok. This is my camera. It's a nice shot, good audio, 4 mics. Like you can't do that on TikTok. So we can actually sit and have a really good conversation.
They're saying, please, Veronica, please. She said 1 minute. All right, and we're timing her starting now. 59, 56. She's coming in, guys. Oh my God, she's coming in. She's coming in.
Really? Okay, so Pat, I invited Mike Fag because he's going to help us with this.
Oh, right.
So
right,
he's
right,
my
right,
nutritionist now. He's going to be your nutritionist. He's going to help us eat. Are you
I told Nikki to come over on Friday.
Now we're talking.
who? Oh.
Nikki to start cooking for you.
Oh, Nikki's going to start cooking?
It's my jaw harp.
Whoa.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Can we ever?
Well, I can't.
Wow.
Let me get my headphones because what would I do with my headphones? Oh, they're right. Oh, they're on you. Cool.
I was just making sure they worked.
Right, but where are yours? So let's hear this. So this is a jaw harp.
Who are you talking to? You. I'm great. Yeah, like, what are you even saying right now?
Talking about.
Like, what are you even saying right now?
Damn.
That's
Theme
hilarious.
song.
This shit's sick.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty amazing.
think I want to get a. That's like the cheapest Amazon fucking jaw harp that you can buy.
Well, it sounded amazing.
But so $20. But the guy, you know that tea that I like.
yes.
So hold on, I'm gonna show you guys something. So this tea, the guy that the Russian dudes that fuck with this tea,
Oh, yeah.
that's a jaw. They're obsessed with this instrument. So will you show that? But bring it like even closer, like bring it like all the way up, like really like inches from the screen. Yeah. So this is the tea.
I'm assuming I'm
Oh, here she comes.
Here she comes, everybody.
Go.
before you, so I still don't even know what I'm getting yet.
What do you mean? You're going before me?
I don't know. No, are you doing the meeting?
Yeah.
He's coming right now.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
What are you gonna?
Before,
You
so
have so many ideas.
Yeah. So
Okay. Do you need my help?
no.
Oh, what up?
You guys take
Got
as long
fucking
as you
Paul in
want.
the house.
What up, Paul?
Who's Paul?
Wow, it's really special.
Wait, but let's talk about Veronica.
Paul's
Oh,
really grown.
Veronica. Guys, she's
gonna get a
leaving.
tattoo
Guys.
today.
Wait, you have to talk into the microphone. Just say hi to everyone.
Yeah. Say hi, Veronica.
She's the star.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do it here, so
Hi,
you can just sit on the couch or.
I don't know.
Actually, you know what?
So
I want to know what you're getting.
and I gotta make chicken.
What'd you just say?
And I gotta make chicken.
Oh, okay. Go
Yeah,
enjoy
actually
me.
really glad that. Do you know Paul, Veronica, Veronica, Paul?
I kind of know you. I see you all the time on his posts.
So Paul's been like a part of Primetime since I first found Primetime, and we're really glad to have you here. So yeah, well we could probably fit
You're filming it.
two here,
And on the speaker.
or you can sit there. Actually, you know what? Who was supposed to be the fourth? Oh, Billy.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Cool. So yeah, so you can just sit on either one of these.
Are we doing the meeting in here?
Yeah.
Oh.
And we're recording it
Got it.
and live streaming.
Got
Good
it.
quality. For those who can't get to meetings
Got it.
and don't have any fucking idea what this is all about.
We're doing YouTube now, or what?
Yeah.
Now I
How was the lake, man?
understand.
Looks like you had fun, dude.
It was cool.
How was fun?
It's just yeah, it was great. I mean, I think wherever you are,
There you are.
however your spirit, it's all the same no matter where you are.
Yeah, man.
Sometimes when I'm in, sometimes when I'm in like amazing, magical, beautiful places, it's the worst because if I'm not like connected, I'm miserable. And it's like, in my mind, I'm like, you're so fucked up that you're even miserable here. And it's just like it's almost like a magnifying glass on my alcoholism, because it's like, I'm that fucked up that I can't just be chill. You know what I mean? Like, cause it's almost like if you're actually having a bad day, or it's hot, or you're broke, and it's like, okay, I get it, you're fucked up. But if you're like, if everything's going good and you're in Hawaii and you're still in a shitty mood, it's like, what the fuck is wrong with me? You know what I mean? So what, you're blocking me again, or?
No. I'm gonna move over there.
Yeah, he's gonna come next to me.
Okay, yeah. Oh, look at those little boys.
Look at the boys.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over there.
Billy, we have
Billy.
4 minutes.
Come on, Billy.
Does everyone have a book?
We have books here. Oh, you guys. Hey.
You know Jonathan Shaw?
Of course.
I'm gonna bring him next time.
Yo,
He's going to Mexico, but he's trying to get a podcast started.
we got one.
Who?
Telling him, dude.
I'll help them. I'll show them the way. But it's not, people, these guys want to, they think it's,
Nah, he was a lot of, he's like down with,
no.
who's fucking Jack Sparrow.
Oh, I know, Johnny Depp and all that. But what I was going to say was that, like, everybody wants to, like, do all this shit, but this is like setting this all up is like you need someone to like show you how to do it. It's like a lot.
Who are you talking
It's very
about?
techy, and I think also requires like a incredible amount of like consistency and promotion, and just to kind of cut through all the noise, all the white. There's so much oversight. So I've been at this for almost a year now, and
Hello?
it's like finally
Check.
like people are like,
He got an interview though for a podcast.
oh my God, Jonathan Shaw. Bro, are you kidding me? Like, that would be like, he'd be our best
He's in
guest.
Mexico right now, bro.
So you just talked to him, or?
He's my boy, dude.
That's dope. I just got this, but I need to get like a louder one. Like, this is like cheap $10. All right, so we're gonna start in 3 minutes. What page are we on?
3 minutes.
Do you
3
want to
minutes.
update?
me
Or I guess what I want to do is I want to have like a screen open here just to see what. All right, so we are reading the Sermon on the Mount meeting, which is it's kind of where AA came from, I think.
Yeah.
But even like before,
The Oxford groupers would go to Rockefeller's whatever center and see him at Fox
Yeah, see him
live.
speak. Yeah.
crazy.
And I think in Dr. Bob in the Good Old Timer, he mentions that he read this every day.
In the good old timer, what's the? We got Chris Saavedras. He's participating. He just said first year. It sounds good. I feel like I'm there.
Nice.
Because now we have each person has a mic. I wonder if there's a way to split these.
Hey, do you want me to move that over and communicate with everyone?
You know what? Just sit there.
There.
Or you don't. You know what? You don't even.
My voice carries whenever I talk.
Boom.
Oh, nice. Perfect.
But like you can, you can turn it sideways too,
Got it.
if you wanna.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome.
Yeah, you're good. 25 people. Cool, guys. So who in here is sober? If you want to just kind of introduce yourself, where you're from, and how much time you have, I think that could be cool. There's 25 people in here, and just, yeah, we do this every week. So, also, Mikey, you can answer questions.
Yeah.
You can just answer them.
Right. I'm here, guys.
I mean, you can text also, but like, so, yeah, because I guess at a normal meeting, you would introduce, everyone would, I mean, look, we have people from all over the place probably, so.
Stacy Clark, 2 years sober. What's up, girl?
Congrats, Stacy.
Congrats. Thanks for hanging.
And also, just so you know, this is an open meeting for anyone. You don't need to be an alcoholic or a drug addict, or you just need to want to live an examined life and want to be
Be a
aware.
better person.
Yeah, be a better person. But like, I feel like better is. Me and Billy have been kind of.
I'm better than Pat. You all know that.
Well, we all know that, yeah.
Well, we've also been kind of toying with this concept of like working on yourself is kind of selfish
What?
in a way. It's weird. It's
Yeah.
yeah, which is okay, but like
I think it's actually not. I think that it could be considered the opposite because you're working on yourself so you could be a better person or be your best version of yourself, which is therefore going to benefit others.
Well, yeah. What I was trying to say is anything can become selfish. Even good things like
Right.
that. Like you can become obsessed and going so hard. Like
Okay.
you know, like Paul, alcoholism can get it. It can even be like with AA, you can become, you know, like
Self-righteous.
Gabor?
yeah, and you, yeah.
I don't know.
What's up?
What's wrong?
All right, let's say hi to Kristen from New
You good?
Orleans.
Okay, cool.
Hi, Kristen.
Good.
2 years. Congratulations.
Welcome. Yay.
Sandy, whatever it makes. Sandy, an alcoholic, sober 2 years. Awesome. Welcome.
You're bringing a massage table? Why, are you giving me a massage? No, I was asking if you could not. Ha ha ha. I think we'll be okay right now. I don't know yet. We'll figure it out.
tell everyone who just walked in.
So Gabor just walked in.
Tattoo.
Actually, I do need to.
Oh, there we go. Hey,
Whoa.
you He's,
I saw you messing with it in the window.
Hold on, I actually.
did? Wait, you saw me like messing with that camera?
Table.
Oh.
So
It's crazy that you like knew what to.
you're gonna tattoo Veronica first and then me.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Is your friend still
She didn't come, but I mean he wants one.
And then I'd love to interview you.
coming?
Or just
Yeah.
have you on the podcast. So it could be, I want an episode, I would love for there to be an episode with just you.
Okay.
We could do that like after.
All right. So we doing our regular old meeting or what?
Yeah, let's
Can
do
we
it.
Get started here.
Let's do it.
Who wants the time?
7:32. 7:33.
Who wants to do the B timing? Do you, Danielle or Mikey, want a time?
I mean it's either one of us. I don't
Go ahead,
care.
Danielle.
Okay, I will.
All right. So we start the meeting with. Okay. This is a Sermon on the Mount meeting. This book is a metaphysics book, and it does talk about Jesus, but it talks about his teachings in a way that you can use for your life. And us that are sober in AA read this book because it parallels the literature, like the big book in the 12 and 12. And in fact, Bill and Bob attended these seminars around the time that the steps were written, and there's they had this guy Emmett Fox who wrote this book had an influence on Bill, and so what we do here is we read a paragraph, and then whoever reads the paragraph can share on the paragraph, or someone else can share on the paragraph. Well, if we've exhausted a paragraph, we move on to the next one. We start the meeting with 4 minutes of meditation just to try to get in the zone a bit. And we try to keep our shares to three to 5 minutes. The timer will go off after 3 minutes and then 2 more. And we try not to have one person share too many times, but this is a small meeting, so everybody can share as much as they want. And happy Labor Day. And please, if you want to share, raise your hand and say your name so that we can keep order and get to know each other better. I think that's it. So you want to start us off with 4 minutes of
I'll do it.
meditation?
Hold on 1 second. Where's my
So,
fucking...
I'm just wondering, so just for the sake of, I'm just like wondering if you're gonna,
What?
I'm just like wondering if Billy can kind of scoot in it all
We're all meditating.
Have him scoot and then Pat, scoot you. Let's get this chair out of here and scoot you around.
What do you mean?
Like your
Yeah,
chair.
You can like scoot in a little bit and like use the mic like there.
Talking to me.
Let me know when to start the clock. Because we're about to
These
do-
guys have deep voices, so they could probably share my.
Yeah, we got it right here. But what I'm saying is Pat needs to scoot this way.
Oy vey, oy vey.
Let's just start meditating.
Like, right? But I don't want Pat to come in and just like,
He's gonna do that anyways, though.
he is.
You don't need this.
Let me know when. What?
Yeah, go.
Go? Okay. Pat, we're starting the meditation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're good. We can move.
Everybody, please meditate with us. Just sit and shut up. Close your eyes till we're fucking done.
So we didn't have a meeting last week. So can you remember how to recap, Pat? We're actually on the last paragraph of the Beatitude, and then we start a new one. So the Beatitude we're on is, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God." Usually Pat gives us a recap.
Yeah, let's do it. Gabor. Let's I don't know if you want to listen or. This shit's dope.
I
So
can just read a paragraph.
basically, we've been reading the Sermon on the Mount, which is apparently some sermon that Jesus gave a couple thousand years ago. You know what I mean? Whether or not this actually happened or not is not really. It doesn't really matter because the shit that's written in this book. Well, and then there's this guy Emmett Fox who he's sort of explaining it like one of the examples I like is, "Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth." And meekness is, humility, service, just being a kind individual and recognizing that our will for us is never going to be as good as God's will for us. So we don't really know what is best for us. God's will for us is always going to be something better than we could have thought of ourselves. So, and then it also talks a lot about having to experience a lot of pain before you can be humbled, before you can actually hear this message. Because if you're happy and you already have everything you need, you're probably not going to hear it, which kind of sucks in a way. And we were arguing about, me and Tim on the houseboat this trip. Tim was like, he's like, why does it have to, he's like, that's so stupid. Why can't you just be happy, having fun, and high five God? And I'm like, I don't know. It's just, that's not, God comes through the cracks. There's cracks in all of us, and he doesn't really show up until you're fucking on your knees. I don't know, what is that? What is that? It's kind of sucks.
But I think I love what you're saying, but I feel like it for me.
Tim just didn't understand that concept.
Right, and I don't.
He was like,
Two of us says you're humiliated into humility.
Yeah. And it comes.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
surrender,
yeah.
And it comes with surrender, though.
yeah.
Humiliation.
Some people aren't ready to surrender. That's why, and I'm looking at everyone following along and getting ready for this book. This is a seed that we're trying to plant in everyone's lives, including ourselves.
Yeah.
So that's why it's important. Just follow along and pay attention. And
so what page are we on?
Right, guys. But I meant a recap on the Beatitude
I know.
that we read.
Bro, we have new people in the room.
Okay, well, we're
So
starting.
I'm just kind of doing the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
So what page?
We're actually on page 43, last paragraph. 43, second paragraph. Well, first paragraph.
So we're on the last paragraph of
Yes.
of the Beatitude. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. Mm-hmm. Do you have any? What does that mean?
Let me just read one paragraph I have underlined here, and that'll kind of give us an idea of what that.
Okay, cool.
Prayer should be understood as including any form of communion or attempt communion with God, whether vocal or purely mental. It includes both affirmative and invocative prayer, each of which is good in its own place. Meditation and the highest of all forms of prayer, which is contemplation. In the absence of prayer, all that you can do is to express the character that you have in whatever circumstances you find yourself. Prayer, by changing your character, makes a new reaction possible. Presence of God, which is the secret of healing oneself and others too, of obtaining inspiration, which is the breath of the soul. True peace of mind. Serenity is the grand, I need to grab my glasses. Serenity is the grand passport to the presence of God. So that's a little bit from what we read.
And what is serenity, and how do I?
Peace of mind. How do you get it? You gotta slow down, pause.
Oh, whoa! I don't know how to do that.
I know.
You know that. Well, maybe that's
It's a
why
practice,
maybe that's
man.
why you act so slow, and because I'm always like this, and Billy is just like when I'm like this, Billy like goes even slower, and it like pisses me off.
Irritates them.
I'm like, hurry up, fool, spit it out, like, cause he lives with me now. But I'm just like wondering if that's maybe you trying to like slow me down, because you know.
I'm just slacky slow-mo, and I.
But
think
is
it's-
serenity? But can you have serenity and not be going slow? I don't want to go slow.
But
I want to
we're,
go fast.
we're like not doing this meeting the way we usually do it. We're
What?
we're all over the place with the meeting. Here, I'm gonna go get my glasses so I
Cool.
can read.
Please.
We're on that paragraph, and next in line is Danielle, unless Gabor's participating. Are you gonna be in this? Okay, so we're on the top of page 43. And we're on the paragraph that says, once you understand the power of prayer, which is the first paragraph there. Yes, please. And then you can share on it if you like, or someone else. Will you take over till I get my glasses?
Yeah, and I just want to let everyone know this meeting officially. I want me and you both, Billy, to commit. We're going to be doing this meeting every single Monday at 7:30, no matter what, from now on. So I want everyone that's in the chat room. I mean, we have 30 people that aren't here right now that
Hello,
are in this meeting
Hello, everybody.
from all over the place.
But the
And
thing is,
they-
if you're
they-
not here, I can't do this technical stuff.
yes, you can.
Okay,
I'm
well-
going to show you how.
Yeah,
This is,
and I'll be here.
we're live streaming on YouTube,
Mike, you will
so
help me.
I'm gonna help
Okay.
you.
there's
yeah.
other people here, and I want everyone on YouTube to know this meeting will be here every Monday at 7:30. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if we can't just like not do it one Monday and then like,
Right.
so yeah, if it's not me, it'll be Mikey or
I'll be here.
Or
Yes.
dude, we got
Yes!
Jack here. All right, cool.
Yeah,
so
Jack.
Get it.
we'll-
Come in, right here. Right
All right, let's
here.
read.
so yeah, Jack, you can pull up a chair. Right, or was there not another chair here?
I'm moving. How's it going, Jack?
So Jack is here. We love Jack, and he's been to a bunch of these meetings. And just so you guys know, we've done this meeting a handful of times, and we kind of have a core group of people here. And the quarantine has sort of made it. You know, we're in a situation where we you can't really go to a meeting. You know, I don't know. You can't really even go to church. That's crazy.
Where are you going?
So we're here.
Every Monday.
And I think what we need to do is if one of them is talking,
Yeah.
we can just go like that. You know? So we're gonna read.
Yeah,
Oh,
go
here,
on.
did you get a book?
Hold on. You're gonna speak into the microphone.
Here, books are right
Is
there.
that okay?
Testicles,
Should Gabor
one,
have
two.
this?
Testicles.
He doesn't need it.
He doesn't need it, no, he
you
doesn't
can
need it.
you can just make sure he's. I mean, you can put it on
Am I ready?
and make sure the mic is pointed at his mouth. Yeah, sorry. So 40. We're-
First paragraph, 43.
And if you guys
page
want to read
43.
along with us, the book we're reading is called Emmett Fox, Sermon on the Mount. So if you Google it, I'm sure you can find it somewhere. If not, just listen closely.
saying they're ordering books.
Yeah.
People are already
But you can also get the book on iTunes. You can just get, like, I have the book in my phone. I don't know if the pages are.
They never match up right. No.
Well, they don't match up for the 12-step book, but they might match up. So page 44.
43. First paragraph.
Hi, Jack.
Once you understand the power of prayer, you will be able to really to heal many quarrels and in the true way, probably without speaking at all. The silent thought of all power of love and wisdom will cause any trouble to melt away almost imperceptibly. Then whatever arrangements will be best for all parties in the long run will come about under the influence of the word thus spoken silently.
Yeah, so if you want to share on that, you can, or if not, you don't have to. Gabor.
I didn't really understand what I read.
That's
Besides silence is power.
ain't that the truth? Oh shit! Silence is power.
Well, someone else shares. You can read it again, and then if you want to share
Well,
it later.
well, maybe just the silence is power part.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you?
Means a lot.
He's like, don't fucking be a rat.
No, it's just
And you can speak from personal experience and life shit.
I'm saved by the bell. The wife's calling.
Hey, man, there you go.
There's my power. Yeah, my higher power's calling. Excuse me. Sorry about that, but silence is power in many ways.
Anybody want to share on that?
I mean, from my own experience,
Danielle, you want to share?
oh yeah, Danielle,
Okay.
alcoholic. I mean, this doesn't really have to do with.
No, you don't
need
have
to
to
raise
say
your
that,
hand.
just your name.
Oh, Danielle.
So we all get to know each other,
Oh.
and they get to know you too.
Okay. My mom said something interesting to me the other day, which was like, from her mother, it was passed down from her mother, which was like, don't speak about your goals or dreams or anything like that because you're giving that power away. And I noticed that with my own experience, I love to tell people what I'm doing, right? And I do notice that when I talk about, these are my dreams and goals, it takes the power out of it. And then it doesn't happen.
So basically, nothing I want to do is gonna happen. 'cause
That's not
all I ever do is talk
No,
about
no,
it.
Pat, raise your hand.
Sorry.
I don't think that, but I think that if we were silent about it, it would make it happen. It would make it happen faster, maybe. I don't know. So I definitely want to implement that in my life. Just not talk that much.
I can share on that. I've read that a few times in different readings. Part of it is if you put your idea out to someone, they might trash it, and then it changes it lowers your perception of your idea, you know. But yeah, I always talk too. I have to. I got to tell everything, you know.
I know.
But I've tried to implement that a few times. Anyhow, anybody else want to share on this? Are you still sharing?
No.
Oh. Jack?
Jack, adult child of alcoholics. Yeah, I actually like hit a tier already with just understanding the power of prayer, not even needing to speak. So I think for me, I've realized lately that when I'm praying, it's often me dealing with the fact that I'm not actually in like love and service towards someone or something. And so I realize like as I pray about it, or I pray like, you know,
You can scoot up a little bit.
yeah, I just feel like as I pray, I realize that like so much of the problems in my own life are actually me being upset about it and then landing to a place of like peace about it, right? So I just like feel this when it says like if you have the silent thought of all power of love and wisdom, it causes trouble to melt away. So I kind of just feel like how much of the problem is actually out there versus like right here. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mikey?
Thanks, Jack.
Mikey alcoholic.
Mikey.
Or Mikey, whatever. I like what everyone said, and I don't know if it's a scripture or what it is, but I'm reminded of like a saying that it's like in the secret, in the quiet place, in the stillness, you are there. And I believe that's referring to God. So like for me with prayer, like Pat said, like how do you have serenity when you're go and you're crazy and you're this and you're that? So for me, it's like I try to take prayer and I just try to not talk as much. You know what I mean? Because on the outside, I'm go. This got to get done. The kid, the this, the that, blah, blah, blah. But when I pray and like I'm really connected, I try to find this place of like comfort instead of like get all these answers. Because I mean, I feel like if I'm still and I can get peace in my life, then the answers of the prayer, like God will bring that to me. So I like what everyone said is like just listen. Like try not to talk as much, and I've experienced that, and this just reminds me of my everyday life, how I need to sit and be still in the presence of God, even though my mind is nonstop. Like that is achievable for me. So that's all I have to share.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Pat alcoholic.
Pat?
Pat.
So I mean, to me, this is just like, just shut up and listen. You know? Like, I feel like so much of like what I want to, the character that I want to be is a person that can just actually like listen. I always want to talk. Oh, I'm listening to you just so I can say what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? It's so selfish and like I'm so narcissistic and insecure, and I need you to like know that I fucking know some shit. So once you understand the power of prayer, you'll be able to heal many quarrels in the true way, probably without speaking at all. Like, just shut the fuck up, listen, and like be the person you want. Like, Veronica's sort of a living amends in a way, where it's like, I'm gonna just show up. Like, I'm gonna clean the fucking kitchen more. I'm gonna listen more. I'm gonna fucking do the dish. I'm not gonna, it's like, oh, I wanna just be like, oh, I'm sorry. This is what I did, and this is why I did it, and this is like what I'm gonna be. It's like, shut up. Just be that person and listen. So I think a lot of this, the silent thought of all power of love and wisdom, will cause any trouble to melt away almost imperceptibly. Then whatever arrangement will be best for all parties in the long run will come about under the influence. Yeah, that's so amazing. I feel that so, I can just apply it to my marriage right now. Like, there's so many times where I want to be like, are you okay? Like, are you good? Like, are you mad at me? Like, are you mad at me? What can I do to make you
Not mad.
just talk? Just, I want to be reassured. Like, when you show me the photo, like, do I look good? Like, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like we're talking, we're trying to, like, we need to know. I need you to tell me that, like, everything's good. No, I'm good with the power that God's got my back. Shut up, listen, really try to be of service. So I think that's kind of what that meant to me.
Like, just real quick, and I'll be done. Just from what I got from Pat was listen, then take action. Yeah. You know, instead of action, talk. Take a step back, listen. I mean, especially you're talking about marriage, but even in this rat race, it's like you just got to take a step back. You take a step back, you listen, you get connected, and then you take the action. That's what I got from Pat Sharon. I think that's a strong point.
I got
And we-
some, Paul.
Hell yeah.
Paul?
Well, it kind of says this thing a few ways in this book. There's a part that says true success is really a success in prayer. Yeah. Only. The only true success is success in prayer. Yeah. So once you understand the power of prayer, you will be ready. Really, you will be able really to heal many quarrels. And also in other places it says, don't do your alms on a spiritual mountaintop. Take your alms to the secret place. It says, pray to thy Father in secret, and he will reward you openly. That also goes to understanding the power of prayer, you know, which goes deeper because this is about having a relationship with our higher power. So if we can keep that between me, if I can keep that between me and that power, I get to see the success in prayer for myself, you know. It's not about what other people think, it's about my relationship with that power. And it grows and it builds the more that I could keep that in the secret place, you know. It starts to show.
Love that. Thanks.
Yeah.
And just real quick for everyone, Mike, new guy here, Michael, welcome. Hey, so good to see you. And anyone else who's in the chat, we're not like religious people. This isn't like a meeting about like being religious or praying or finding God, or, I mean, I'm trying to find God, but this is just more about like you can have your own higher power, like, you know.
Earlier in the book, it says that Jesus deals in mental states. So don't take it as a religious preaching or teaching. But look at the mental states of it all.
We're
Well, I just read that today in the very beginning of the book. It says that Jesus taught no theology or religion at all. It's just not there.
and this is, the Beatitudes were written apparently by Jesus, but I don't know anything for sure. I don't really care. All I know is that this stuff helps me. It helps me be the person I want to be. I mean, Jack is an actual, you're an actual, you've studied Jesus. What are you?
I'm like a former pastor.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's like really studied.
Totally. Yeah.
And believes Jesus is your.
Totally. He's my
Which is cool.
He's my dude. He's my
But what would you say for people that don't know?
I mean, everything you're saying though, Pat, to me, it's the point. So it's I think everybody needs to access for themselves, come to a place of peace in their lives, because life is insanely hard sometimes, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't know that someone has. It's kind of like what Billy just said about Jesus not necessarily teaching a religion. For me, I don't believe in religion. I don't like religion. Religion's actually, I've had to unlearn religion for a lot of years, but my experience of God has really liberated me. So I'm getting that when I'm here. I'm getting that when I'm talking to Danielle. I'm getting that with whatever human I'm interacting with. And for me, I take that all in. It's I'm seeing God. I'm looking at Billy and I'm seeing God. But it's fine if someone I feel like somebody in this meeting said this stuff's like spiritual rocket fuel. And so for me, I'm let's just, I don't know. Jesus even said, come and see. He didn't say, you got to think something about me. He let everybody figure out whatever they want to believe. He just said, come and see. So that's kind of
come and see.
That's kind of where I'm at with,
that.
how I would describe it to others. Yeah.
Real quick, I want to read what somebody wrote in that's listening. Lauren said, I took everyone's suggestions in the beginning and prayed, even though I didn't know what I was doing or how I felt. And do you know what? It worked. So it's like they've said,
that's powerful.
It's like an AA, guys that I've sponsored or even sponsors that I've had say, just believe that we believe. So it goes back to finding that peace and finding that serenity. And somebody so I just wanted to share what they said about that, just believing.
Thank you, Mikey. Honestly, I really appreciate you reading, because these are real people here.
Yeah.
And that right there, that one comment, what's her name?
I think it was Lauren.
Lauren Walters.
Yeah, she's
Okay, so that comment, that one comment, just made it all worth it.
Yeah, it sums it all up, too.
Okay, because I've been through a lot of whatever, it's been a lot trying to figure all this out. Where are we going to live stream this? How are we going to get this? Telling people, how many messages I've written people? Yes, meetings on Monday, 7:30, meetings on Monday. Because I'm constantly people asking me, what do I do? What do I do? I can't explain what to do in a fucking comment. This is a whole thing. We need to study this shit. So thank you, Mikey, and thank you for sharing. If anyone has an experience with this or any questions, you can write them, and we're gonna hopefully try to get Mikey. We're gonna try to include you guys as much as possible. But for now, I would say just listen. And this meeting is sort of evolving. Billy.
Yeah, so we're a little unorthodox tonight, but that's cool. We're just testing it out and see how it works. But let's try to keep some order before it gets
order in the meeting.
Yeah,
amen.
It gets a little too
all right,
wild.
Let's read.
Yeah, well, once it becomes a
no, I'm just saying that it's a test. It's like a podcast meeting.
Yeah.
It's a new thing.
Oh shit, and we're not even recording it.
Oh, dude, that's okay. That's okay. You got enough going on. So has everyone shared on this, or do we want to?
Can't you just start
to
recording?
Michael, do you know where we're at?
Just do it.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, he knows.
Okay.
Yeah,
So do we want to move on or continue?
we're gonna move on.
Okay.
We're gonna start recording right now. Because I think that this will be. Sorry. Billy, do you want to?
What?
Okay. So this is we're gonna try something new. We're gonna record this meeting that we do every Monday at 7:30 on my YouTube channel, Sermon on the Mount meeting. We're gonna record it as a podcast. We have Billy, Michael Fag. I don't know if you care that I just
You don't have to
exposed
say
your
last
name.
Yeah.
I just no, it's so cool because
You didn't say it right anyways. So.
Oh, there you go.
is it Feig?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, so
Oh, sorry.
it's just so cool to see him here because I grew up with him, and I don't know. So then we have, and he's been hitting me up on Facebook about nutrition stuff, and we have Danielle and Mikey, Jack, Paul, and Billy, and we're doing this Sermon on the Mount meeting, and we're live streaming it on YouTube. We have 37 people in the room, which is incredible, and one girl, Lauren Walters, just
No last names. Let's just do.
well, I mean, it says it here.
Okay,
She's
okay.
they don't give a fuck about anonymity, and to be honest with you, I don't either. We just made a shirt that said we're not anonymous anymore, and the whole cult thing, the whole culty thing about AA, I'm not down with that shit. And this documentary about that thing,
The vow.
like the vow, like this shit is like we gotta be careful. Like all we're trying to do is be good people and look inwardly, and you can leave that. I'm gonna leave all that shit at the fucking door. Sorry.
Amen. Let's read.
Yeah, so we're gonna read.
All
from
right,
Sermon
we're
on the
starting to brand. Yeah.
I still have some on the last one. Like,
Okay,
I know you guys
okay.
are on this silence train. I'm just on this, like the love thing. I feel like my problems, like when I read this, the power of prayer, my problems come from it not being settled in me, which leads me to pray about my problems. And then when I pray about my problems, I feel like at the times that I tap into like the all power of love and wisdom, which is like, to me, wisdom is like figuring out, learning to, like learning to lose to me is learning to love, because I've let go of everything that I'm holding on to get the one thing I want most, which is like loving people, experiencing like connection and union. And that's how like you do that through love. Like you don't want to be united with someone who's like, fuck you, you know, like, so to me, this, I'm still like, on this paragraph, the power of prayer to me comes down to like, yes, I'm asking God, but it feels like he's letting me pray for me, because in me, I'm changing and realizing I don't have to be angry at this like quarrel or person or whatever. I can just experience love. And then he says, then whatever arrangement will be best for all parties in the long run, it will come under the influence of the word thus spoken silently. So to me, it's like, if you can just love, you kind of let go. And I feel like it's the opposite of manipulation. You know how like when it's almost like if somebody gives you choice and empowers you, you almost like, instead of manipulating you or pushing you, you almost like want to do the right thing. So it's almost like letting go and creating love, like empowers everyone, including yourself, to choose like the higher way. So yeah.
Billy, alcoholic.
Billy.
Thanks, Jack. Yeah, this paragraph is like, it's really powerful. I mean, it really kind of touches my heart. And
Which one?
the one we just read, and I have to.
Can you read it again?
Okay. Glasses.
Also, we're not religious people. We're just reading some shit that's cool.
Some of us might be, who knows?
I mean, you know,
Once-
this, sorry.
Once you understand the power of prayer, you will be able to really heal many quarrels in the true way, probably without speaking at all. The silent thought of the all power of love and wisdom will cause any trouble to melt away almost imperceptibly. Then whatever arrangement will be best for all parties in the long run will come about under the influence of the word thus spoken silently.
And Billy, just try to speak into the mic if you could.
So I have like the weak voice here.
It's okay.
So I've been practicing this. I was in a relationship and, you know, it was really painful for a couple years. And I am not going to figure out the solution no matter how hard I go, because I'm going with self and I'm going with what I know, and all I know is the past, and I just repeat the past and energize the problem. This kind of tells me just to let go for some new downloads, like just feel love. And, you know, if you're not in a loving state, you can just Well, you know, Randy really said something at the last podcast. Randy, he said, rightly relate yourself to God. And it's just been spinning around in my head ever since. I guess that was a week ago. And it's not God help me, God give me, God I love you, or God I'm grateful. It's God, this is what I'm thinking right now. And you don't even have to say take it away or anything. Just showing it, shining the light on your thoughts to God somehow creates this space where you can have a different experience. And you know, somebody shared also how like the reason we're reading this and doing this is because we've practiced this and we've practiced the 12 steps, and it really works. It just does. When nothing I found ever works. And for me, freaking like curbside hope to die drug addict, and where I'm at today, it's just like proof. And I've been so grateful lately. I don't know. I've just been thanking God all day long and rightly relating to myself. Like today was wonderful. I went to lunch with these guys. I got some work done. We're having this podcast together, and I just feel like a different kind of perception. Like you said, state of mind. Like God talks about states of mind. My state of mind is just mental states. It's just for whatever reason at this level where I can really appreciate life. Though there's many problems, you know. The problems don't matter. I'm still living, and I'm having a good life. And that's it. That's it from me.
Thank you, Billy.
Jack.
I don't know if I can ask you a question or not. So can I just ask it, and you can ground rules it? So like what you're saying just makes me think, aren't all problems in our own heads, like how we perceive it?
I think so, yeah. You're the fish you're trying to catch. Like you said it two times already. The problem is in you.
Right.
And even if everyone else has problems, but you can't fix their problems, you can only fix yours.
Yeah.
And often when you go to the presence and you admit real love, you don't fight fire with fire. You like absorb the negative energy or something from the other person. And it talks in this book about that, like, well, right here, healing quarrels with love. It's like almost magic or something, right?
He talks about in this book, he quotes Shakespeare, where he says, nothing's either good or bad, but my thinking makes it so. This paragraph that we're reading reminds me of another pamphlet from Emmett Fox called The Golden Key, where he says you can, in any moment, switch your thought to God. You just switch your perception to the positive, and it changes everything. Mm-hmm. That's a state of prayer in itself, just switching your thought life to the perception or the consciousness of that God, and it has the power to change anything, because you're changing your perception. You're changing your thought.
Mm-hmm. Mikey?
Just on that topic, I feel like today, not yesterday or tomorrow, but today I have a choice. Like for me, when drugs and alcohol were a part of my life, you know, there's a lot of people talking about, oh, one addiction to another. It's like people are getting wrapped up in this substance or that substance or food or sugar or sex or anything. Like for me though, I'm looking at it like I have a choice. Problems are temporary, everything in this world, but I have a choice whether I'm going to accept that into my life or I'm going to continue to think positively, you know? And I like to think I think realistically, you know, but when A, B, or C, it's like I want to be B. I want to be right in the middle where I'm like, okay, I'm staying focused because I have that choice. Drugs and alcohol clouded my mind, clouded my vision, clouded and put a wall up between me and God, whoever, you know, whatever God is to you in your own understanding. So I'm grateful today that I have a choice. You know, Pat hit me up. He's like, yo, can you come right now? And I was like, yeah, let me get in the car. I got a speeding ticket on the way here. You know, and that was my choice to speed, you know, and I literally pulled over. Of course, I didn't have my wallet, my driver's license. I didn't have anything, you know, and for whatever reason, it just didn't bother me, you know, and I'm not saying I'm in this spiritual state, but I was just like, it's a speeding ticket.
Sounds like a spiritual state to me.
Well, but I mean, and I hate to say it, I knew I was going to see some people that I love tonight and be here. You know what I mean? And I knew that, you know, Monday nights are important. Now I just know I need to get here a little bit slower. but that's my choice. I could be like, F this police.
I love how you're not blaming Pat either. Like, he's get over here. You know, that's what my mind would automatically do.
No, I mean,
fucker.
no, it's like, I know that, you know, when I rush, and usually when I rush life in general, when I try to control things, I was trying to control me getting to Pat's on time. You know what? I got gas, I got something to drink, and I got pulled over, and I was still on time.
Wow.
So it's so long story short, it's a choice, you know. Now when I get the ticket in the mail, I'm gonna be pissed, but that's a choice too. So anyways, hopefully that makes sense, that today I have a choice.
I feel like that's what AA gave us.
100% that's what it gave me, you know. But I have to live in that, you know.
No, you have to do it.
Because I still try to blame him, her, it, there. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, at the end of the day, I'm left with me. That's it. So I have a choice. Am I going to let this affect my life positively or negatively? And I don't do it perfectly, but when I think positive or I stay in a positive mindset, I just feel better, you know, and I'm able to, I'm able to be there for somebody if I need to be. That is how the wall that drugs and alcohol put between my God and myself, that's taken away. So anyways, I'm gonna pass. Even though this is really good, but I'm gonna pass.
Thank you. Yeah. Should we move on? Okay. Danielle, Michael, I guess you're we go left.
Oh yeah,
So
you're in
I
the
guess
hot
you're
seat.
up.
Cool. Where we
All right,
starting from?
blessed are they which are persecuted, right?
And
That
just go-
paragraph?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you, and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely, for my sake. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven, for so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. Really don't speak like that much these days, do we?
Well, so that's like why we're doing this, though.
Right.
Because we don't understand what they're saying.
Right. How do you dissect that?
Yeah, well, we're going to.
Yeah, well, maybe we should just jump into the next paragraph because it'll start explaining it.
Oh, we don't even know how to just translate that one, huh?
Well, I'm just saying, if you want to go for it.
Oh, no, that was the actual beatitude.
Yeah.
So now we're going to read the next paragraph, which is Emmett Fox explaining what that beatitude means.
Yeah, you want to read that, Danielle?
Sure. In view of what we know about the essential character of the teaching of Jesus, that the will of God for us is harmony, peace, and joy, and that these things are to be attained by cultivating right thoughts or righteousness, this is a very startling statement. Jesus tells us again and again that it is our Father's good pleasure to give us the kingdom, and that the way in which we are to receive it is by cultivating serenity or peace of soul. He says that the peacemakers
We're live right now.
What? Okay. He says that the peacemakers who do this, praying in meekness, shall obtain prosperity, inherit the earth, have their mourning turned into joy, and that in fact, whatever they shall ask the Father in the manner of this teaching, that he will do, that will he do. Yet here we are told that it is blessed to be persecuted as the result of our right thinking, or righteous, for that by this means we shall triumph. that it is cause for rejoicing and gladness to be reviled and accused, and that the prophets and great illumined ones suffered these things too.
I think we should read the next paragraph too, because it explains more.
Okay, Mikey, you could do it. Go ahead. What? No, you can do it.
Go ahead.
No,
Also, just like when you're reading, just try to.
was I not?
You were a little bit far. It's like I can see the audio waves and they're really low.
Okay.
Just compared to it, but it's fine. We'll get used to it.
Mikey, alcoholic.
Mikey.
All this
Mikey.
indeed very startling, and it is perfectly correct. Only we have to understand that the source of all this persecution is none other than our own selves. I'm going to say that again. Only we have to understand that the source of all this persecution is none other than ourselves. No outside persecutor, but only our own lower selves. When we find righteousness or the right thinking very difficult, when we are very strongly tempted to hold the wrong thoughts about some situation or some person or about ourselves, to give way to fear or anger or despondency, then we are being persecuted for righteousness' sake. And this is for us an example of
Extremely.
and this is for us extremely fortunate or blessed condition, for it is in such moments that we are really advancing. Every spiritual treatment or scientific prayer involves a tussle with our own lower self, which wishes to indulge the old habit of thought and in fact persecutes and reviles us. Did I say that right? Yeah, reviles. If we like to put the thing dramatically in the Oriental way, all the great prophets and enlightened ones of the race who ultimately overcame did so by just struggles with themselves. When they were being persecuted by their own lower natures, or the old Adam, Jesus himself, who was tempted in all respects like as we are, had to meet this persecution more than once, especially in the Garden of
Gethsemane.
Amen. And for a few moments on the cross itself. Now, since this combats with the lower self since these combats with the lower self have to be fought out sooner than later, then the sooner they are over and done with, the better. And so, relatively speaking, they are great blessings.
That was a long paragraph.
That was a long paragraph.
I mean, what page did that just end on?
44.
So, Mikey Alcoholic.
Mikey.
Mikey.
I mean, I'm going to read the same thing I read over, and I heard a couple of people go, And you know, it says, all this is indeed very startling, and it is perfectly, correct. Only we have to understand that the source of all this persecution is none other than our own selves. So, you know, that just, I'll put that in an everyday, you know, I mean, there's so much, you know, it talks about anger, it talks about fear, but it goes back to like what we've been saying, or I think Jack said something about it. This starts with me. You know, God is not going to force himself upon me. AA didn't force itself upon me. You know, this is something that I have to do, and that's something I struggle with on a daily basis, being an alcoholic and a drug addict and you know, just an addict of everything. You know, is I have to put my shit aside, you know, and like Pat says, like this is, I said it earlier, I'm just trying to be a better person. I don't know, like, what does that mean? I'm just trying to not live the way I lived yesterday, because the way I stayed sober yesterday is not going to keep me sober today. You know, if we're talking about in AA terms, like, I have to do something for my recovery, but in my own head is the one that I'm wrestling with, you know, not, I mean, obviously we wrestle with a lot of things being humans in this world, family, whatever it might be. But at the end of the day, I'm wrestling with myself. And if I'm wrestling with myself and I'm going to choose joy and happiness over fear and self-pity, that is a struggle for me, so I don't know if that made any sense, but, when we are very strongly tempted to hold the wrong thoughts about situation or some person or about ourselves to give way to fear or anger. I mean, I don't want to give way to fear or anger in my life, and that's something I've struggled with is anger. And a lot of people I know, have known that, and I had somebody speak to me the other day who's like very, I don't know, I don't want to get weird, but very receptive. And like this woman just read me, and I was like, well, fuck you, but then I was like, I was like, what the, another thing, right? Right as I'm getting pulled over, my little sister texts me and she's like, what's wrong? And I saw her today. I saw my mother. They picked up my daughter. And my sister was like, what's wrong? And I'm like, well, that's a loaded question, what's wrong? Like, which part are you talking about? And I just told her, I mean, little did I know, I'm just, wrestling with myself, and that's something that, she brought to my attention, someone else brought to my attention, and coming here is, and a lot of other things I do in my own personal life, that's what keeps me grounded. Coming here and reading and trying to make sense of the teachings of Jesus and hearing everyone's explanations or how they interpret it, that brings me joy. Like right now, I'm not living in fear or anger. I'm right now I'm at peace, so that's why I believe this is very important. So I'm going to pass. I feel like I'm just rambling, but thanks for letting me share.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so, well, that same passage stuck out to me, where it says, when we are very strongly tempted to hold the wrong thoughts about some situation or some person or about ourselves to give way to fear or anger or despondency, then we are being persecuted for righteousness' sake. And this for us is an extremely fortunate and blessed condition, for it is such moments that we are really advancing. So that last part kind of flips it on its head. Mm-hmm. And for me, it's natural to feel angry, be in fear. For me, I stopped running away from those moments. I stopped being afraid of fear, being afraid of anger, because it's not my thoughts that define me, it's my actions, right? So I can be angry in a situation and I can revel in that anger, I can fuel that anger, and I can react physically from that anger. Or I can just feel the anger, accept it, and more or less let it wash over me. Kind of just, I guess, pay attention to how it's making me feel in the moment. And if I have that clarity, I can better look at the actual situation objectively and gauge what's really happening rather than through the filter of the anger, sort of separate myself from it. And if I can allow myself to sit through that discomfort, that's that last part where it's the blessed condition for such moments we're really advancing, because that's where I can grow. If I can sit in it, get through it, and come out clean on the other side, now I have growth. It reminds me of this story that I heard, this little analogy. Lobsters, they have their inner body and they got that exoskeleton, right? The inner body grows and it pushes up against that exoskeleton and it starts to become uncomfortable for the lobster. but they have to push through it. The body has to keep growing for it to molt its skin, right? It has to get through that discomfort for it to become bigger and larger and survive and keep moving forward. And I think about that because, today, what often happens is we get uncomfortable and then we don't like it, so we just want to squash it. We don't want to feel that way. We don't, we get prescriptions, this or that, or we self-medicate, we procrastinate, whatever your thing is, to just escape from that. When it doesn't propel you forward. It just keeps you in the same place. So the next time that uncomfortable thing happens, you're going to have the same reaction. But if you can kind of just take it in, let it sort of wash over you, try and look at things without being reactive, you're better able to sort of navigate through it, take that in, and approach it differently the next time it happens. I mean, not that, may not be perfect the next time, but perhaps there's some growth. Perhaps there is something that sticks, that changes, so you're just better equipped to walk through it next time. That's kind of what it reminds me of anyways. So thanks for letting me share.
Paul?
Well, I just want to say that's like learning to lose, sort of. That's sort of parallels the whole concept of like just we're constantly learning to, lose or feel pain or sadness or anger or things that are associated with like negativity and loss,
Yep. It's hardcore how Emmett Fox repeatedly goes for the throat. He just goes right for the throat. This goes, for me, back to where it says nothing's either good or bad, but my thinking makes it so.
Closer.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Nothing's either good or bad unless my thinking says it's so. Only I can affirm to myself that something is either true or false. And it's going to, like in the big book, it says, our problems are basically of our own making. It says right here, only we have to understand that the source of all this persecution is none other than our own selves. No outside persecutor, but only our own lower selves. Nothing's either good or bad, but my thinking makes it so. I affirm that to myself. It doesn't have to be right to you, but if it's right to me, it's going to go that way because I'm affirming that. Back to the mental states. It's how I see things. The basis of this book is to build a new character and to see things a certain way, in a positive way, and to have a God consciousness. So the way I see things are going to be the way I see things. And the way he just pokes it right to the throat, man. It says here, only we have to understand that the source of this persecution is none other than our lower selves. That's pretty point blank, man. It just gives it to you straight to the throat. We've got to understand that our problems are basically of our own making. And we could either change that thought life or, like we said earlier, be humiliated into humility repeatedly until we finally get it. Maybe we'll hear it the 1,000th time. If not, we're going to keep learning. Like I say, we're going to keep learning until we learn. We keep learning in different ways until we finally learn. That's it for me.
Can I share something really quick? What Hillary wrote in this in our group message.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hillary says, "But I believe what the teaching is asking us to do, as in those moments, go to God for the strength to get through it instead of relying on self." That's powerful. Thank you, Hillary.
Thank you. I want to add what I just heard was basically, if we're the ones persecuting ourselves, that means you can't be a victim. Like, you're not the victim anymore, except the victim of your own self. Like, you're not a victim of someone else's choices. I'm not a victim of my parents' alcoholic choices. I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, nobody's actually a victim, and there's some sort of way to get through that and to recognize that your pain is how you interpret it. And I think that's that might be like really insane to say, because obviously there are victims in this world of like crime and hate and, you know, wrong. But
child abuse, molestation, rape. There's so much.
So there are victims, but at some point, every victim, I think, has to go through this journey of recognizing that they have power to heal or to over the pain, because at the end of the day, it's still in our thoughts. Like, our thoughts persecute us. Like, the thought of what happened to you persecutes you. You know, the thing that happened to you isn't still, you know, necessarily happening a few minutes or a few months or a few years later. So that's what I got out of your share. Yeah.
I'll share. Billy Alcoholic.
Billy.
Good stuff. Yeah, I like that because I most of my life I was a victim, you know, and I had a good story too.
Yeah.
But it doesn't serve you at all. You don't get nowhere if you're a victim. I mean, even if you've been really fucked up, I had to see that and start being responsible for my own life. And, you know, the other thing I love about Emmett Fox, like you were saying, he goes right for the throat, is like, he says all these things, having all these bad feelings and being persecuted is a blessing. Like, you think, oh, this shit's shitty. But no, he's like, no, this is a blessing, because you're going to have to deal with it. And when you do, you're going to be better and you're going to feel better. And I like what you said, Mikey, too, is when you do this stuff, you just feel better. If for no other reason, you just feel good, right? That's it. I'm going to use the restrooms. Can you take over, Pat?
Mm-hmm. I don't really like, I for some reason, I'm like not like comprehending all of what was just read. I feel like we should just start from the beginning. That's a lot. Yeah, like, so let's just read this beatitude again. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you. I mean, honestly, like, I get a lot of hate on TikTok.
You're blessed.
No, I'm just going to say, like, sometimes I wonder, like, why are so many people, and also, like, in the program, like, people just want to, like...
See, if you got haters, you're doing something right.
Yeah. So they want to just kind of point out, I mean, I'm sure there's tons of people that would see what we're doing and find a bunch of things that are wrong with it. Oh, anonymity, whatever. So I guess that's how I can relate that part. And shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. So he's saying that before, and I mean, I hate to try, I'm not saying that I'm a prophet or we are prophets or we're like holier than thou. I mean, if anything, the whole concept behind everything I'm trying to do is like learning to lose, like learning to like admit that I'm flawed. I'm a flawed loser. And that's cool. That's cool. Like we're all like flawed and like, and then to take that even further, like the flaws and the pain are how we grow. Like there's this song I'm really into right now. That Father John Mystique just covered. It's a Leonard Cohen song, and the chorus is like, "There's cracks in everything. That's how the light gets in." It's a Leonard Cohen lyric. It's so ill. It's like, okay, so that's the whole point of what we're saying is like, I don't fucking know shit. I'm not a we're not prophet, but like, there's something in that that's so awesome, and the whole message here is like, have an open mind. Like the open mind is basically it's a blank piece of paper. Like anything that I thought I knew like 10 minutes ago is an old idea. I don't really know. It's just weird to think how like unlearning.
At the end of the day, you can only persecute yourself.
Yeah. So I know in my heart of hearts that my intentions are pure, and I know that what I'm trying to do and what we're all being a part of right now is something good and positive and loving. So in view of what we know about the essential character, Billy, what's going on? He's just standing there watching the dogs bark. In view of what we know about the essential character of the teachings of Jesus. Okay, so in view of what we know about the essential character, so the character of the teachings of Jesus, that
Positive mental state, God consciousness.
okay, that the will of God for us is harmony, peace, and joy, and these things are to be attained by cultivating right thoughts or righteousness. Okay, so, and this kind of contradicts what Michael was saying a little bit earlier, but like I get what he was saying, but he hasn't been here for. So basically, like what they're actually saying in here is like the anger that you were illustrating, like, and like what Paul was saying is like it's our mind that's seeing it as anger. But I get it. Like I feel anger, and then I need to go to God with that, and I actually can change how I think about it, because it all starts with my thinking and it ends with my thinking. But I don't know, man. Like I kind of fucking agree with you, Mike. Like I get angry, and sometimes I just have to like just be angry, and it just passes. But I think God can help me change how I see that.
Go to him. If he is soft.
I just want to, because I agree, and I think it's, left to my own devices, I'm going to get angry, I'm going to react based off of it, right? This is based off my own experience, but the first steps were just not reacting to the anger, because if my whole if my whole history, that's all I know, then to just tell myself, or expect myself to not be angry, especially if I have no like spiritual muscles, let's call it, it's not gonna I'm likely gonna fail, and whatever. I mean, that's kind of what I've tried to do. Like, don't be angry. Like, it's never worked. But if I can just accept the anger, just not react to it, sort of act as if, well, now I know what it's like to behave when something may be uncomfortable or generally anger me. So now the next time I can react to it mentally a little bit better. I don't react. The instinctual, the reaction instinctively is different. I don't get angry the next time around. It's sort of like, I guess that's the practice that I've come across, that I try and practice myself when it comes to that, because I don't know how to just escape my thoughts. If I try and like fly away from them or run away from them, for me, that's just putting them in my back pocket to come and bite me in the ass later. I haven't really dealt with it. So for me, I've wanted to face it, so the next time it's a different reaction, basically.
Billy, so basically what Michael's talking about is like awareness of your thoughts and your emotional temperature and acceptance. And we just read it too. That's the tussle. We have those tussles. And I mean, he doesn't know all our lingo because he hasn't been around us, but awareness is like the first thing, key of like, I am not my thoughts, and what's really going on. So he's just explaining it in layman's terms. I don't know. He doesn't know all our lingo, but I think that's awesome to hear that from somebody who's not, been a part of our meeting. You're not an AA, are you?
I've got some AA under my belt.
Oh, you do?
I do.
All right.
Sweet.
Sorry, Billy. What I was doing was I was just kind of going through it because I just feel like I don't want to miss out on anything.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So what I was
I don't
doing,
either.
I was going where I had left off was by cultivating right thoughts or righteousness, and then it led me to like what Michael was saying about like feeling fear, thinking it's fear, letting it be fear or anger, and then getting through that. And I was saying, well, we actually want to try to think that it's not fear, or ask God to show us something new.
Well, no, you can't do that. That's like, yeah, you can go to God, but
you're gonna be
you gotta rightly relate yourself. God, I'm fucking pissed. I want to tear that guy's head off and shit down his neck.
Because see, that's the thing is like, yeah, but that's
right.
The truth.
That's a part of the reconditioning of the concept.
Yeah. So you're talking
are
about.
You saying
it's
that you shouldn't say you're angry? What are you saying?
I'm saying that you may have to go through that experience, but the more and more that you're into this thing, and it says later on in this book that it's better to not have learned this, because the more that you do this, the worse the consequence is.
Yeah, I get that.
You know?
Yeah.
So you'll have, like I said earlier, you're gonna keep learning until you finally learn.
Yeah. Well,
with that.
15 years later.
10 years for me, and I still go there.
25 years, I'm still learning.
What we're saying is that like we're 25. I mean, see, that's the thing is, but no, even and think, oh, this is what I'm feeling. God, look at how like selfish I'm acting, and look at how fearful I'm being, and angry and resentful. Look at me. Yeah, and then okay.
And he was saying, if you just react, then you're reacting with self.
Right.
Go ahead, Danielle.
What?
No, just say he kept on trying to say something.
I thought.
There's what you said. I think about it all the time, because you're talking about. I'm paraphrasing, but good or bad is just basically perspective. It's what you think. It neither exists, right? We label it. So, like for instance, let's say you get fired from a job or something like that. Well, the general reaction is, "Oh, this is shitty. Like, poor me. Like, what am I gonna do?" Like, exactly. You have no idea that this could be setting the motion for a blessed rest of your life. You don't know, but you're just seeing. Right. Exactly.
That's what you tell yourself.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So I think, it's almost like two things can live at the same time, because yes, I got fired from a job. There's that initial fear, but if I can also, embrace what we're talking about today. If I have those muscles, and I'm constantly in that place, and I can go to that place, I can be living in fear. Let's say I can have that, because fear of the unknown, it's natural, but also at the same time, know that I'm only labeling this as something negative in the moment. And I know inherently that it's not, I think for me, sometimes I can live in both places at the same time. And
you can use that fear as a tool to go to the power.
Right. So that power can allow me to walk through the fear.
And the more and more you allow that power in, the less and less fear you're going to have. Because fear is the opposite of love, and God is all love.
Right. Yeah.
It's a conditioning. It's a reconditioning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about, the spiritual muscles.
Yeah.
So it's good.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Damn, fools are dipping out. Hey, so what?
29.
Yeah. Okay. So I just want to ask real quick: does it look okay? Does it sound okay? Is there any issues? Does anyone have any questions? Because Billy's gonna keep reading.
No. What time is it? Is the meeting ending?
It's 8:50.
In 10 minutes.
Oh.
I'd like to hear more from the
Yeah, let's answer some questions.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Let's do it. Or let's.
So how does it look and sound first? Sounds great. This was our first I mean, I'm sorry. I've been kind of in and out. I'm like in my mind. I'm like, okay, I just started recording. We weren't recording video. We're live streaming, but we weren't actually recording video. And then like, I'm just like thinking about how are we going to get all the audio from all the people next time, because there's going to be more people. Let's say there's 10. Today's a holiday, you know, so like next Monday there'll be at least 10 to 15 people.
I'm probably gonna bring somebody.
That'd be fucking epic. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna do it outside, and I'm gonna have like a Yeti mic in the center that's just gonna pick everything up. I'm just still in my mind trying to figure out like the best way to do this, you know, because the better it sounds and the better it looks.
People to call in.
We can.
That'd be a suggestion.
Yeah, like to share. Yeah. I mean, see, that's the thing is like.
We'd actually need someone to be operating the systems then.
Well, Mikey's. Is there any?
No,
Is there?
he's part of the meeting though.
Right, but.
I've been a part of the meeting.
But that's also like this meeting. There's like different ways to be of service. Like he's our Jamie. Like he's a part of the meeting, but he's attending to and Danielle stepped up big time, and she was like the voice of like the members who aren't here, like Hillary. Like she was able, like Hillary texted her.
No, I get it.
That was radical.
I shared, and I'm trying.
I don't want to lose Mikey or Danielle's
You won't.
participation, though. Is what I'm
You
saying.
won't.
Right.
You won't.
I mean, but that just might be a
you
sacrifice
won't, Billy.
that we have to make.
Billy, I'm here.
What are you laughing at?
Ew, you're just funny.
Well, I'm saying we're all, you know, so that we can. So yeah, are there any questions or?
Or any shares, like short shares they can type out or something.
You guys are the best. So grateful. We'll be here next week. I mean, a lot of comments.
Yeah, it's really,
But what's really cool too is the interaction that everyone's commenting on this, but they're also talking to each other.
So all 30 people are talking amongst themselves about what we're talking about
and helping. Yeah,
so
helping
it's
each other.
kind of like
crazy.
dope because like. Yeah, because we're going to be, and I think it will just continue to reveal itself, and it will continue to become more realized as we're doing it.
I'll just say the book one more time. It's by Emmett Fox called Sermon on the Mount.
Is there a way you can put a link to the?
Yeah, for sure. Well, what I want to do, which I'm going to try to figure out what to do next time, is actually have like a little box of like what we're reading as we're reading it.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That's what I'm going to do.
They said calling in to share would be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be epic.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, like it's not that hard to pull this up.
No.
But the problem is when you pull it up online, the pages are different. So you guys everyone get a book.
Can you take a picture on your phone and message it through the stream there, through the chat room? Can you upload?
Yeah, I could do that probably. Or, I mean, do you want to just do that real quick?
Sasha
See
knows
if you
how to
can
do
just
it. When
that.
he does his Zoom meeting, he puts it right on where we're reading and he underlines it. But Zoom's different.
Don't compare me to. No, I'm just joking.
Pat.
No. We're gonna do it in OBS. I think we can do it.
Yeah,
I think
we
we can. I mean, we could literally have like a second camera, like on the book, or something. I don't know. Well, I'm gonna figure it out. It's just like I said. We're still like
figure it out.
Last week, this was on Twitch.
Yeah.
There
Outside.
was 5 people.
Yeah.
I'm like, why am I doing that? Now it's 31 because it's on YouTube. Nobody fucking wants to go on Twitch. We're not gamers. Why would I ever want to do this on Twitch? Just, I don't know why.
Yeah, we're
I wanted to do
YouTubers.
that, but
Parties on Twitch. Those dudes are crazy.
yeah, I don't know why they're not just doing it on YouTube though. It's weird to me. I don't know.
That shit was weird. DJ and there was like people behind the DJ looking at you dancing.
Yeah. So this was kind of a complicated reading.
It's gonna take some going over, man.
Yeah, so he's saying the will of God for us is harmony, peace, and joy. And these things are to be attained by cultivating right thoughts or righteous thoughts. This is a very startling statement. Jesus tells us again and again that it is our Father's good pleasure to give us the kingdom, and that the way in which we are to receive it is by cultivating serenity or peace of soul. It's just like crazy. It's almost like
last week we read, he said, as long as there is fear or resentment or any trouble in your heart, that is to say, as long as you lack serenity or peace, it is not possible for you to attain very much. So he's just building upon what he was saying last week.
yeah, it's almost like we're, I don't know, it's just crazy. It's almost like we're like little like babies or dogs that are like crying or barking, and it's like just chill, like I'm gonna take care of you.
Be still and know that I'm God.
I'm gonna feed you. You're gonna, yeah, like, it's just like crazy because things in life happen that seem to suck.
Next
but
week
they're
we're gonna
just-
hit the next paragraph, not the ones we read, the ones we haven't read. Or do you want to hit this
I mean,
again?
I don't know, dude. I don't think that we processed this.
So you want to start there again?
I don't know.
I mean,
We did.
okay.
We hit it hard.
Well, we can make up our minds next.
I'm
week.
just saying, like, I don't know what. Okay, so he says that the peacemakers who do this, praying in meekness, shall obtain prosperity, inherit the earth, have their mourning turned into joy.
But you're reading the paragraph before the paragraph that
He's
we
just
read.
going back over it again.
Oh,
Well, I'm reading we didn't even stop. We
No,
read 2 in a row, Billy.
we read this. We talked about it.
No, we didn't. We read 2 paragraphs in a row. First, we read the Beatitude, and then you're like, let's just read the next paragraph.
Yeah.
And then we read the one I'm
oh,
reading.
and then we read the next.
We didn't
one.
even talk about this one.
Okay, well.
So I'm like really
Should
wanting.
we just hit this again next week then?
Sure, I think so. I mean,
Okay.
because what I'm saying is, he says that the peacemakers who do this, praying in meekness, shall obtain prosperity, inherit the earth, and have their mourning turned into joy, and that in fact whatever they shall ask, the Father in the manner of teaching that He will do. Yet here we are told that it is blessed to be persecuted as the result of our right thinking or righteousness, for that by this means we shall triumph. I mean, this is the most insane run-on sentence. Like,
Persecuted by right thinking.
I know, but we need to break this down.
If someone persecutes you because of your right thinking, you're blessed.
Right.
If someone's talking shit behind your back because you're doing something right, you're blessed in secret because you're going to your Father. It's pretty simple.
I think it's like you're onto something. Like
Yeah.
you said earlier, you're putting this, you're giving up your anonymity, and then all of a sudden there's a lot of haters. And then it literally said, if you go up to the actual beatitude, at the end it says, "Great is your reward in heaven, for so they persecuted the prophets before you," like the same way. So the idea is like when you're really enlightened and you're getting to the right thinking, there is resistance, and it's only like this is just one of the takeaways. Emmett's giving like 4 takeaways from this, and one of his angles is that like it would be saying like, Pat, you're onto something because you're getting a lot of resistance. You're blessed.
But I mean, I just think anyone popular on the internet gets hate.
Totally.
So
If you're doing anything,
no. But that's not true, because there are a lot of people on the internet that aren't doing shit right. Like Logan, like Jake Paul isn't trying to help anyone.
Right. Does he
Well, I
get
think
hate?
we-
Yeah, of course he gets more hate, but I'm just saying, it's like,
So then
not everyone who's popular that gets hate is like righteous.
Which I think
but
that's
it
why he
says
takes
for
it the next
righteousness'
spot.
sake. This is, we're focusing on righteousness' sake. Mm-hmm. You're trying to help people.
Yeah.
Guys,
So-
we can do a podcast or whatever, but I think it's
Well,
time.
it just barely is 9:00 right now.
Okay.
So, thank you.
Thank you. Can you?
Damn, Danielle's over
Billy-
there just
Billy's
doing
here
it.
for a
What are you
reason.
doing? What do you mean? Give her the
I
mic.
just
can't
tell
be
us.
ANS.
But you're like over there. Okay, so
I'm
let's
watching.
just
I'm listening.
no. But I want. So Danielle's over there. Okay, she's on her phone. She's half here, half not here, and she's just like, you're kind of just like poking. You're like, your little hate, little like resentments coming out. Like, what just happened right now?
I don't know. I just laughed.
But you laughed in like a weird kind of like.
I did.
Yeah, because I was like, thank you for letting us know, but because we were like talking about something, and he just like said, and like the way I reacted to him, you were kind of like.
I don't know. I honestly was like listening, and just I don't know. I have no problem telling you. Like, I don't have a resentment.
Right.
Yeah, I don't.
How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, what just happened, I actually really love it. Hillary just called me out on my shit.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I love her.
Oh, like what?
She just said, you got to pick a side, girl. The teaching of Ruth is really getting me closer to that. And it's like the gifts, like the gifts, which she said doesn't, she has a few typos, but it's like the gifts we good for me, not giving in and choosing an honorable character instead of a sometimes when it's convenient, honorable character. So I don't really understand what that means. Then she goes, stick with it, go to God. You're going to lose everything, darling. God promises that you make that life more important, always everything, and make God more important, you gain everything. I said, okay. She goes, you lose everything that's important in this world unless you choose which is important in all worlds. And she said, God. I said, okay, got it. I choose God. She said, act like it. When you want to go to that side, go to God. No more fucking around, girl. And I said, okay. No, I need a woman. Like, if you better, I respect her because she's older and she's no bullshit and she's wise and, I like it.
That the lady from last time?
Yeah, and
But
she's.
is she not just telling you to stay fucking sober?
Yes.
Is that not what she's saying?
That's all she's saying.
That's what she's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but
But you already made a decision
what do you mean?
that you're going to do what you're going to do.
No, I'm sober. I made a decision to stay sober. My sobriety date's now 9/5,
Okay.
September 5th,
And
my
that-
dad's birthday.
Nice.
Why did you make that decision?
Because I ended up I went to that party and people were smoking weed and doing shrooms, and I turned shrooms down and I turned weed down, and then I talked to different people, and just like I saw my sponsor today, and I spoke to several people.
Yeah, when she came over today, I was like really like feeling her energy. And I also knew, Veronica told me yesterday that you didn't do anything at the party. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, I mean, I know that.
Well, I'm just
I wanted
confused.
to.
I know that.
Why are you
Anyway,
confused?
I guess meeting's over. If
No,
you guys
no,
want to pray out.
we're fine. We don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we're getting into some good shit here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why do we need to stop?
Because like a meeting's a meeting, and if you go too far off from the meeting, it's now a podcast.
Well, I'm not like, this is whatever we want it to be. We don't have any people in charge telling us what we can and can't do.
Billy.
This is, we're paving the road. We're making a whole new path, right? Like, I don't. So, but hold up.
I love it.
Yeah, no, this could be possibly the best thing, which I don't know if you want to stay. Maybe we could just, I guess maybe what you're saying is we should just stop the meeting and start a podcast.
I just told.
Right.
I just told everyone the meeting's over. We're gonna be here talking. So do
Yeah.
it.
Cool. So we can do
Okay,
whatever.
so what I
Okay.
could do is I could just stop it and just start a new podcast.
We pray out for this. And then
I think so. I mean, it feels right.
Okay, but can you hang for a second? I mean,
Yes.
can you do the podcast with us?
Well, Gabor's about to tattoo me shortly.
That's fine. That's
What?
fine.
What did she say?
You got time.
Oh, cool.
So Danielle, this is what we're gonna do.
Let's
Yeah,
pray.
we're gonna pray out, but like, I just want anyone that's listening to this podcast that wants to hear.
Yeah, they said they want to hear the conversation.
Yeah, but like, I'm not saying them. I'm saying the other people. Like when they're listening to this podcast, like a week from now, the next episode is gonna be Danielle, Mikey, and possibly Mike
look,
and
Pat,
John.
you can keep
Whoever
it-
wants to stick
You're right.
around.
You can keep it
You
rolling.
okay?
This is like,
Okay.
I don't
If
know.
you have to use the
I
restroom,
just,
it's right there.
I'm like
so
I'm
you-
like trying to coordinate a meeting in my head, but
I
at
know,
the same time
but
now.
we also have to be open to like
What?
something
Well, go.
better.
Continue.
Right.
I'm gonna get
You're
my
gonna go to
food
the
because
restroom?
I'm starving.
Okay.
Oh, okay. 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 Are we praying? I'm so confused.
I mean, we don't really need to pray out.
I mean, prayer to me is important. You want to pray? Yeah. What is
You
it?
know what? Yeah, what we could do is we could take. Basically, I just want to wrap up with saying this. Like, I know that either Danielle is gonna get sober, or she's gonna lose a bunch of more shit and be in a bunch of more pain. And like, I don't want. I you know that saying in the program that says, "I wish the desperation. I hope it gets bad. I hope all that stuff. Like, I hope for my friend that she can raise her bottom." Which is what it sounds like you're doing right now.
I
which
mean,
is
I
awesome.
hope so. Like, I didn't make that. This conversation is going to be interesting because it's for the podcast. Like why I've come to this.
But
place.
basically, that's kind of like my piece to just to wrap this up, and then we could go dive more into it in a second after we take a little break.
Cool.
You make it. If you're here.
All right, let's pray. Let's pray.
Okay.
Mike, get in.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. Amen. Keep coming back. It works if you work it.
Okay, so we're taking a break.
Yeah. Let's just take
Okay, cool. I want my mango chips.
But like, what are we doing here though?
Huh? What?
Like, I don't know what we're
Who cares? Let it go. We still have 31 people. I'm talking to them.
No, but that's YouTube. That's like this would be like 300 if it was TikTok. But YouTube is like way better and harder to like get people to watch.
We still got 31.
30 is not bad. It's
That's
your
a good
first
meeting,
one.
man.
First, like,
Yes.
this. Yeah.
31 right now.
Imagine 31 chairs.
No, I know that's the thing. But if we went on, I'm just saying, if I went on TikTok and went live,
You're the man on TikTok, man.
I literally there'd be 300 people. But you can't like get good audio. You can't get like a good. It's like you can't live stream good from TikTok. I wonder if there's a way. No, because there's no like input.
Pat, there's nobody else on YouTube doing something.
I don't know. I don't think so.
You know, I mean, Zoom meetings are obviously happening everywhere. This,
No, I'm like definitely on
this,
some.
I don't know.
Well, if 30 people tell 30 people and they tell 30 people,
Yeah, no,
It's a lot of people.
that's a lot of people.
Yeah, well, I think, well, that's part of like the whole thing, the whole problem with, I think like AA in general is this whole anonymity thing is preventing a lot of people who would.
Well, with Sermon on the Mount, you don't gotta keep it anonymous.
Right.
Yeah.
No, this isn't an AA, but what I'm saying is like, but basically what I'm saying is that because of the anonymity thing surrounding like sobriety and like AA, I think it prevents a lot of people from speaking their truth on the internet.
Hey, brother, we can give me that book.
It prevents them from doing that.
That's yours, right?
Which, if they were to do that, I think a lot of people would be.
Well, we'll see who wants to be true to themselves, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, please. Billy can help you with that.
Fresh, dude, right here.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have soon. These are prototypes. We have.
Remember I gave you the comment? I was like, this shit looks like a third edition big book.
Oh, it is. No, that's the font.
Fresh. The line, that's dope.
Yeah. Whoa, that's crazy, Billy. Billy. Bill love that.
Well, only a big book don't work on that.
Yeah. No, that's the thing. It's like, I just want to hint at certain things that brought us to this.
Yeah.
And that's the actual gap from that.
Who feels it knows it. Type of shit.
So, but see, the thing is Mikey, I think we should just stop the live stream. Yeah. Let's stop the live stream. It's just filming this. Yeah, we're just gonna stop the live stream. We'll all live stream the podcast on TikTok. Did you stop it?